impact. Just wanted her to say 1 minute or 2 minutes about what she is doing, so that so many other ladies and gentlemen will be inspired. So saying, I would like to call upon Madam Meera Shenoy onto the stage with all spirit, with all love, with all care, with gratitude. Let's all join hands. Wonderful, wonderful lady doing wonderful work.
Thank you, Abhaya Foundation, Sri Balchandra Garu, Raghu Babu especially, for inviting me here. I think it's been really so inspiring to hear, and the fact that you've honored NGOs who are doing such good work, and to hear the Reverend Swamiji speaking, it's really been inspiring. I was just asked to share a little bit about what I do. I used to work in the corporate before. Then I moved to international television. But every day I would get up in the morning and say, I want to do something different. I want to really give back, as Swamiji said. And that began my journey of working with rural youth and linking them to jobs in senior government positions with the World Bank, with the UN. 10 years back, I set up my own organization, Youth for Jobs Foundation. And what it does is that it works with youth with disabilities to skill them and put them in jobs. It's completely funded by CSR funds of various companies. No funder leaves us. As we grow, they grow with us. So I really want to first say that we are really lucky that India has such a powerful CSR act, which most countries don't have. So there are many challenges in this work which we do because of attitudes of society, attitudes of village community, companies don't understand disabilities, there's no accessibility. So all these challenges make sure that the people with disabilities have less education, they have less employment, and therefore they live in this vicious circle of poverty. Today, many of these challenges we have overcome. We won several national and international awards from the Honorable President of India, from MIT, and we are a Harvard case study. So what actually do we do? For the less educated youth, which is the real need of Bharat, we train them all across India, and this is our largest program. In fact, we have youth coming in from Jammu, from Northeast, all over, young men and women. And now the model is hybrid after COVID, because we had to close many of our training centers and we're opening them one by one. This is really not so easy, because for those who can't speak and can't hear, you have to do separate sign language. For the visually impaired, you have to do a different kind of training. But we've managed it with a lot of innovations. For the educated, we have the IT Academy, we have the Banking and Finance Academy, and we have a finishing school. And for the visually impaired, because most of them want government jobs, we do government coaching. And we get a lot of support from the different stakeholders. We work with about 1,000+ companies and the medium and small scale industry to make sure this is happening, since a lot of the youth, the young women come from the villages of India. We have to continuously do a lot of innovations. Today, for example, if you go into the KFC, if you go to the shopping malls, you'll find a lot of youth with disabilities working there. So all those are pilots which we began, and today they've really spread across the country. It supports companies, because companies get a good inclusive workforce, which is very loyal, so attrition goes down. It supports parents, because every parent worries what will happen to their youth with disabilities. And so we get a lot of blessings, especially from the mothers. It supports the youth with disability, because every youth with disability whom we touch, they and their whole family comes out of poverty in a sustained manner. The work is, it's very inspiring. It transforms the lives of young men and young women with disabilities. They go back to their villages and they become the change makers for us. So today, we are investing in youth with disabilities to become the change makers and actually lead this program across India. I think the Reverend Swamiji before me and everyone has said how important it is to give. When I talk at management institutes and others, people ask me, when do we begin giving? How can we do it? Where can we start? And I always tell them, you make small steps, begin at home. I think that's the only way in which we can all work together to create a leave behind a better India and a better world. Thank you so much, Raghu Babu, and Bharat for this opportunity.
Secretary, Continental Coffee Limited. అంటే ఒక కంపెనీ సెక్రటరీ పని చేస్తే